made an excellent choice.
So hi, you're watching Great Speed Eats, and we're here at Yuhua Village Market and Food Center to talk about Fei Fei roasted noodles. In existence for almost 40 years, the store specializes in only one thing: char siu, and they do it very, very well. It's started by a husband and wife team and now run by the second generation brother and sister who joined the business some years back. The owners start making the char siu at 3 a.m. every morning, and they're roasted using a charcoal steel roaster every day. They're ready at about 9 or 10 a.m. and they very often sell out by lunchtime. So come and have a taste. Okay, the store opened at about, the store opened just slightly before 9:30. Even before the lights were on, right, there were all these old aunties basically ordering from the store. The dad, I suppose, had to oblige and actually start serving them before the opening time. I said that it's actually run by a brother and sister team, but in reality, it is actually run by the whole family. So the father, mother, the brother and sister, and occasionally you hear the dad barking orders and, oh god. And occasionally you hear the dad barking orders and the rest of the family. And so what I order, what everybody orders here is wonton mee. So I got wonton mee with extra noodles, extra char siu. You can tell. Oh god, it's dropping. You get a lot of noodles. You get some green veg. You get some soup with wontons. Soup with wontons. You get two balls. You get two dumplings. And you see a lot of people piling on copious amounts of chili. And there is also the option to put in some of the brown sauce which they make. It is strictly optional. I don't think it's that great. And of course you get the highly coveted char siu. Now that is a thing of beauty. It's very easy to see why this char siu is so coveted. Because along with the meat, right, there's a lot of fat surrounding it, as you can tell. You know, and they roast it well. So the fact that it's very fatty, right, means that it's very hard for the char siu to go wrong. But let's try it. Simply amazing. Fatty, juicy, soft meat. The seasoning is lightly savory, lightly sweet. It is very, very, very good. So if you look at every piece of the char siu, right, every piece has got a thin sliver of fat, confirmed. Which is why it is so easy to eat, and which is why actually, to be truthful, right, it is actually very easy to roast. It is not like taking the pork shoulder where it's got less fat, right, and actually making it moist and juicy. That is even harder. This is actually relatively easy to roast. Every piece has got slight caramelization in it. See, so there are like slight burnt bits here and there, and that's what makes it so compelling. It's a combination of the fat, the soft meat, the good roasting, so you have a little bit of the smoky flavor, and the marinade is actually fairly well balanced, savory and sweet, you know, so but it's not overly so that you can still taste the natural taste of the pork. Got nice bounciness too. Now for the noodles. Looks fairly springy. Very, very nicely cooked. My god. They're very QQ, it's firm to the bite, it's springy. The egg noodles are of a decent grade, and it's just in a light soy sauce, sesame oil dressing. And that frankly is actually enough to actually flavor the noodles. You don't actually need more than this dressing. There's the chili you can add in. Now people add copious amounts of this chili inside, and it does actually taste pretty good. oily, savory. It's actually got a dried prawn flavor, but there's actually a little bit more of the vegetable chili flavor inside. Moderately spicy. Very nice actually. So mixing some inside, right? Actually, it should taste very good. Just adds a little bit more power pack flavor into it, obviously. A little bit more oil richness, the spiciness, you know, a little bit of that dried prawn savoriness inside. And, oh, don't run away, trust me. It fell on the table, but 5-second roll. So then they give you the vegetable, yes. Okay. Standard boiled green veg. A little bit of veg in your meal. On the side they give you some wonton soup as per normal, and the soup is okay, not bad. Decently flavoured, not watered down, not just salt flavour. There's a bit of roundness in it. And the wontons look very generously packed. That's what it looks like. God. The wontons have got very nice flavoured mincemeat inside, and the mincemeat fillings are a little bit more generous. And they also add a very small shrimp inside, which is actually very unusual. Normally, if it is just plain wontons, right, they just add mincemeat and that's it, that's all. Now, as I said, there is the option to put this sauce on top. I don't like it. If you observe the queue and you're waiting in queue, and you observe how many people actually put the sauce on, right, I think it's like 1 in 10 people or so. Slightly savory, it's sweet. It's got this artificial brown sauce taste. If it was made of predominantly meat juices and maybe a little bit less sweet, it would be nice, but this is just not it. This will mask the taste of the char siu and the noodles. Actually, eating the char siu and the noodles are lightly dressed, right? Plus a little bit of the chili is probably the best combination. So I'm gonna eat a bit of char siu, a bit of chili, a bit of noodles, all in one bite. My God. For me, personally, this is one of the top 10 wonton mee stalls in Singapore. Fantastic. Now, one thing I failed to mention is that they've actually managed to get the balance right. So this plate of wonton mee itself, right, the flavor is incredibly balanced. This cut of char siu, where there's a lot more fat inside, right, can be incredibly rich. So they actually need noodles which are not so flavoursome to actually balance out the richness of the char siu. But the noodles also cannot be plain. Because once it's too plain, right, you know, you eat it on its own, it's not nice, right? So they actually managed to flavour it enough in a very basic soy flavour, which actually complements the char siu. That's why it's so good. Once you add the chili in, it does skew the flavouring a little bit towards the dominant savoury side, but it is still very nice. Okay, all finished, done. I forgot to add that what I add actually costs $6. And considering what you get, right, it's pretty damn good. So that was a look at Fei Fei roasted noodles, not to be confused with the Fei Fei Wanton Mee, which is in Joo Chiat. Arguably one of the best wanton mee stalls in Singapore, and probably the best in the west of Singapore, in my opinion. The char siu is fantastic, very, very springy noodles. It's got just the right seasoning for the noodles. The soup is nice enough. The dumplings are very generous and very tasty. And plus the chili which goes with it, right, it actually complements the whole dish as well. The problem is that it can get very, 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 very crowded. Okay, I came at about 9 p.m. and about 9:15 there was already a queue of about 5 or 6 people. And by the time they opened, a bit earlier than 9:30, the queue was really about 10-15 people strong. So yeah, it is very, very popular, this stall. One tip, if you want to avoid the queues, is that you go up straight to the stall and you order char siu by the kg. So let's say if you want to buy back char siu for lunch or for dinner, right, and then you need to order like half a kg or 1 kg, right, you go straight to the front. You go straight to the front, you place your order, and then you also order your wonton mee as well. So you actually get your wonton mee faster as a result. Oh, one thing also is that they also sell roasted duck, but the roasted duck is so-so. It's not great lah. I've tried it a few times and it hasn't been mind-blowing, which is why I didn't bother ordering it. Not that it's not good. It's okay, it's not bad. It's just not as good as the char siu lah. So for the duck itself, right, you wouldn't travel all the way across Singapore for it. But for the char siu wonton noodles, on the other hand, I would travel half across Singapore just to eat this char siu. It's that good. So thanks for watching another episode of Great Speed Eats, where I eat through the whole of Singapore. If you like this episode, give it a like, subscribe, and comment below if you've been to this char siu wonton stall. And I'll see you in the next one for more eating. Bye bye.